What's the deal, my people? You know it is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you with another one, and this one is Lovecraft Country Season 1, Episode 5 Promo Breakdown. I'm going to get into what could be considered spoilers. I never read the books, so I'm just guessing at all this, but just in case some of these guesses do come true, and you do not want anything spoiled for you, I would suggest that you step out. But as I said before, I never read the books, so you can take anything I say with a grain of salt. I'm not going to break it down in the order of the promo. I'm going to be chopping it up because I think that promos are there to mislead you. But that being said, let's break this down. We're going to start off with Ruby, as the trailer does, because this episode will be mostly about her. It will focus on her. This will be her episode, and what happens in this episode to everybody else will directly relate to what's happening to her. We see her in her maid's outfit, and she's serving white men, and she is not happy that she is doing this. We know that she wanted to work in a department store, but because they already hired one black person, she knew that she would not be hired. Ruby thinks that she's getting a raw deal because she is black, and she believes that if she was white, things would be different for her. We see her laying in a very exotic, old school looking circle bed with William, and we all know, if you don't know, listen to my channel, I'll tell you that William is the same person as Christina. They are one and the same. So she's laying in bed with him, and then he goes into this whole thing about butterflies. He says a butterfly lives a full life before it dies, and a caterpillar emerges from the same cells yet different. So in this metaphor that he's putting down, he's saying that white people are butterflies and black people are caterpillars. And although we emerge from the same cells, we are treated different. And that's the problem that Ruby has with her life. We then hear Ruby say, magic is real, and then he says, does that scare you? So now the cat is out of the bag. We see him playing the role of the genie or the fairy godmother, if you want to consider him being Christina, and he's going to grant her the wish. And how he's going to do so is he gives her this potion, this vial right here. And this is the potion that's going to give her everything she always wanted. But there's always a catch. He's not telling her about the catch. There's got to be a catch. There always is one. We then see Christina repeat just about the same thing that he says in a different way. And from what she says and the way she says it, we know that she knows exactly what William gave her, this vial. How does she know this? Well, in this scene, we see her wearing a black top. We cannot see her wrists. But later on in the trailer, we see Christina grab Ruby's arm. It seems like they're in the exact same place, but she has on a different shirt. But when I break it down frame by frame, I get this shot right here. And when you see this shot right here, this is no camera trick of mine. This is what's in the frame. You can clearly see that there is some type of magical glamour going on. So what I think is going on here is that Ruby was first talking to William, and when Ruby turns to walk away, William grabs her arm and then turns into Christina. And that's how she realizes later on that magic truly does exist. And that is the reason why she has this shocked look on her face. We then later hear Ruby say it wasn't pain, it was something else. Now, we don't know if she has to drink what's in the vial or she just has to break the vial in order for this spell to take shape. Either way, Ruby's going to get what she wants. We then see a white woman struggling and appears to be in some form of elevator, and she looks to be in pain, but as we just said, Ruby said it truly wasn't pain. Then we see what could be Ruby's feet in a mess of blood. I'm saying it's her feet because it looks like for her body type that these could be her feet. I'm not 100% sure on it, but it's a good possibility that it is Ruby. If you think it's somebody else, please put it in the comment section. And then we see this eyeball, and this eyeball here is without a shadow of a doubt Ruby, who has been transformed white. Now, she is either this woman who was struggling, and that's who she got transformed into. She could have just took that woman's body over, or she got changed into that woman. How she becomes white, we don't know. Whether her skin just changes color or she possesses another white woman's body, we don't know exactly how they're going to do it. But the fact that she said it didn't hurt, it didn't feel like pain, makes me think it's something more than her just changing colors. We see William looking like he is stabbing Letty. Now how the timeline shapes up for this, we don't know. We first see the cops driving by his house, and then we see carrying Letty from the cop car in the same dress that she's wearing when he's stabbing her. It looks like from the place that he's stabbing her at that it's inside of this house because it looks so fancy. So somehow Letty again was captured by the cops and then comes to the rescue for her. Or the part that we see the cops driving off could be after they have already dropped Letty off to him and he's coming back outside to check. Or it could be that they injured her and then the cops brought her over to him. One or the other, but I think it's the first way. We see Letty downstairs in the basement with a bat, and there are some photos on the table. Later we see Letty in a different outfit downstairs in the basement with Tick while he is going over some photos. Now what he's using these photos for we can't truly say, but he's trying to put together some mystery, some type of puzzle with these photos. We've seen them do that last time. Letty did that herself with the photos, and then the photos turned into a demon. I don't know if that's going to happen this time, but something's going on with these photos. We see Montrose with something in his hand, and the size of it makes me think that this could be a vial. Now what type of vial it is, we don't know, but in this episode it seems that the vials we have seen have been shape-shifting vials. Now, I'm gonna say something crazy. You can think I'm crazy after I say it, I don't care. Montrose may not be Montrose. He could be shape-shifted too. I'm not sure. Something's going on with that man. Something in his character does not rub me the right way. You see him crowd surfing and looks like some type of ritual. I don't know if it's a ritual. I don't know if it's a gay pride party that he's at. Mardi Gras. It could be something. I have no idea, but if you do, please put it in the comment section because this guy, something's going on here. We see who I think is either Montrose or Tick peeking through the door. There has been a lot of peeking going on, a lot of peeping Tom stuff, whether it's through windows or it's people spying on other black people that we see the neighbors doing that. There has been a lot of peeping Tom stuff going on in this show. I'm going to say this either Tick or Montrose, and next we see Tick putting the Beats by Dre down on somebody. We seen him throw a mean right hand on that lady in the elevator to shut her up, so it seems like he's doing the same thing again. Don't know who he's doing it to, but someone is catching him whipping. But you tell me in the comment section what you think about the theories I came up with in this video. Do you believe me? Do you think that I'm lying? Do you think I just got it wrong? If so, put it in the comment section. And if you're a fan of Lovecraft Country, please, every episode, when it's done at 10 o'clock, come to this channel, subscribe, click that bell, because I do a live stream with LMR and we talk about it. We have a live after show. We talk about the show right after. So make sure you subscribe and click that bell so you can be notified every time I go live. But again, it's right after the show, 10 p.m. Eastern. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.